Hey guys, hope yesterday went well. Um, Learning about solving proportions. Um, the video or the audio issue hopefully is resolved with this video. I've noticed that around 15 seconds it gets a little blurry and then it comes back. My voice might sound weird for a moment or two, but it comes back and the video and the audio do match up. So hopefully that's the case with this one. So you guys yesterday had practice solving proportions that looked like this with ratios, and you guys did that by looking for a multiplication relationship within or between ratios. Here I can see a relationship between the ratios. I can see that 5 times 15, or sorry, 5 times 3 gives me 15. And we solve proportions that way. Today we're just going to practice solving proportions. Same thing as yesterday, except we're going to do them when the proportions are in a slightly different form. So the proportion 5 to 2 equals 15 over 15 to 6 is the exact same as 5 over 2 equals 15 over 6. It's just another way to express ratios. It's no different than yesterday. Absolutely no change. Today we'll just be doing solving some proportions where the numbers don't always work out to perfect whole numbers, which is often the case in real life. So we want to make sure we can solve proportions that might have a decimal answer. So let's go through a few examples. My note is a little faded here just because my printer is running out of ink, but that just says show all work. So what we're going to do with these is we are going to look for a multiplication relationship. And how I'm going to get that with these is I'm going to find out, and I'm just going to pick the pair I have on the top or bottom. To find out what I multiply 4 by to get 10, it's not obvious because there's no whole number that works out. To find out what that is, just off on the bottom here, I'm going to do 10 divided by 4. I'll do the big number divided by the small number. I would do the big divided by the small all the time. And we get, in this case, it works out to be 2.5. So that means we have to multiply, we're multiplying the tops by 2.5 to get the tops. That must mean that we multiply 9 by 2.5 to get the bottom. All there is to it. Nine times 2.5, and here we just might get a decimal answer. I believe that is 22.5, but we should check it out. Yeah. So much like we did yesterday, it's just in these cases we might have to get some decimals. So let's do another example. Let's do number 2. So I can see that I have the top numbers. So I'm going to look for this multiplication relationship. It's not obvious because 5 and 6, nothing multiplies by 5 to get 6, no whole number anyway. I'll do my division down below again. 6 divided by 5. You guys can quickly do that on your calculators. 6 divided by 5 is 1.2. That's my multiplication relationship. Multiply the tops by 1.2. I multiply the bottoms by 1.2. And that gives us a way to find x. X is equal to 2 times 1.2, or 2.4. Piece of cake. Again, just like yesterday, just have some decimal values. Let's go through 2 more together. We're going to go through number 4 and number 6 because they look slightly different. In number 4, we want to know the top number on the right hand side, that unknown x. So There's a couple ways to think about this one. I'm going to think about it just in terms of multiplication. What do I multiply on the bottom, this smaller number, by to get 27? So I'm always thinking smaller number to larger, thinking about multiplication. Think of it this way: if we stay consistent, we'll get these every time. So what do I multiply that by? 18 by what gives me 27? That's hard to do mentally. So let's just divide and find out what that relationship is. 27 divided by 18 is 1.5. That's my multiplication relationship. So here, x times x times 1.5, equals 21, which means x is 21
divided by 1.5, just like you guys did yesterday. $14. But it all comes from finding that multiplication relationship. All right, one last example. Hopefully you guys are kind of getting the idea. Number 6, let's do that one. What do we multiply 26 by to get 39? Well, to find out, let's do the division. Big number divided by small number. This one works out nicely, again, to 1.5, which means I multiply the tops by 1.5 to get the top, bottom by 1.5 to get the bottom. And here, b times 1.5 equals 9, which means that b is 9 divided by 1.5. And you guys can quickly try that. Verify that b equals 6. So in summary, really want to emphasize, just like yesterday, guys, our proportions just are looking a little different. Here, most of our answers will involve decimals somehow, but our process is the exact same as yesterday. Look for the multiplication relationship. Here, you might have to divide the bigger number by the smaller number, and then either using multiplication, like in our first two examples, or division, like in our last two examples, find that unknown variable in our proportion. So I'm going to have you guys, I'd like you guys to finish this practice, and then I have a couple of practice puzzles for you guys to do where the ratios and proportions come in this form, not as like one number with a colon to another, but as a fraction. But remember, it means the exact same thing, they're just ratios. Okay? So good luck, have a great day. Hopefully, we'll see you guys soon.